Ladies and gentlemen, a shed update, and as you can see, I have my R2 unit in the shed here. He was in the toy shed. Then when we opened up the toy store a couple years ago, I took him up here for basically the first 6-8 months, and before we started really getting product in and filling it, he was just more of a conversation piece. He is a golden armor kit, and a little high, but I went ahead and paid it. It's a lot of work if you want to ever get one. It's a resin fiberglass kit if you want. I did paint him R2 at one time when I first got him, but then I wanted a red and white droid because I liked the Naboo one. I thought it was pretty slick. If I could ever get a kit of a different head, I'd like to swap out the heads and have different R2 units. But anyway, he'll be in the shed for a while, so if you see him, think nothing of it. First things first, everyone remembers my little room that I built, one of my first rooms I've built. This is going to be a permanent piece inside the Ark here, because this is dedicated to my little first assistant there. And I thought that would be a tribute kit to the Ark, and I say it, whoever inherits this wonderful museum, if you will, this will be a permanent piece, because the assistant was a big part of model building, and I thought I'd have me a little, not a shrine, but a little dedication kit to the assistant. So I will find a place somewhere inside the Ark that the assistant will sit, which will probably be in either the, I call it the fantasy figures section over here, or, and I got some built up stuff over there that I may stick it over there. But anyway, adding the assistant in memory to the Ark. Everyone saw my ship in the bottle. I went and took it to the local hobby store to display it. One's a craft kit that I used the bottle. The other one was a Glencoe reissue, which is ITC, I think, made it. And I wanted to add basically both these to the Ark because they are, I won't say not intertwined, but they are intertwined because I did intertwine them. But I wanted both, and I really enjoyed the ship bottle. I understand how and why, sailor modelers did it in the old days. It is a unique experience. Highly recommend people try it just once, and have high regards for the ship in the bottle. So we're adding those to the Ark. Now I gotta find me a new. It's not. It is, but it isn't. It is a model kit, but it isn't. When I bought it, I thought it was a model kit. But this is my first skeleton. 16.5-inch plastic model. Well, I thought it was a model, but it don't say kit. And it's one of those. I found it at a garage sale, and when it is missing the stand, which I don't really killer as long as the product is there, and he's already pinned and movable. And I always think of Jason and the Argonauts, because you can always have a skeleton warrior. But it's one of those. Is it a kit, or is it it's a model, but it's not a kit? And I thought, well, I do have some anatomy kits here in the Ark, for example, and I do have the anyway, well, like we got the nose and mouth with Beekman, and I'd have to dig them all out. But anyway, my first skeleton, which is technically a model, technically not a kit. I mean, could be if you took pins out and made a kit. But anyway, plus at the time well, the Anatomical Chart Company, which I don't know if they made kits or not, but anyway, I'm going to say it is, because we like the odd inside the Ark. But anyway, my first skeleton model, we're going to add that to the Ark. Again, I've been trying to get my layaways out of Hobbytown, which I have an extensive. I have my. They gave me my own shell, and it was easier to. I buy a lot through the hobby store, and some things I should buy direct from companies, and I didn't on this one. This is Tom Daniel's Unreal Roller and the Groovy Grader, which I like odd vehicles. I saw a fellow modeler recently take this one and make a post-apocalyptic vehicle out of it, which I thought was just fantastic. But anyway, I would like to build one. I want to try to build one. I'd like to build a grader, but I'd like to do something a tad bit different. And I haven't quite figured out what I want to do. But anyway, it's in the back of my mind, thinking of some, you know, show car that we could do. But anyway, great kits. I don't have an original, the old Monogram or AMT kits. I'd like to have those to go with these, to have two, because you know that's the way we like to work here inside the Ark. But anyway, I think they're fantastic, and more on Atlantis for bringing out some of the classics and knocking down the collector prices too. But anyway, that's just another topic. So we're adding the Groovy Grader and the Unreal Roller to the Ark, which is it classified as a car? Should we put it in the car section? Or I have an Atlantis section down yonder at the front of the shed, which that's more Atlantis figures, which I thought about going. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on that. Two more things. One, I don't have one inside the Ark, and I went ahead and picked it up because they were, for whatever reason, cheap. That is Toy Factory's Emmy, little geisha girl, 35th scale, and you can get basically that figure in 35th, 20th, and 24th, or 35th, 24th scale, and you know, anyway, you get 2 or 3 different scales that are different women in action, and I thought, well, you know I like my women, so I went ahead and picked her up, and we will add her to the Ark in the figure section. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, everyone would say Voyager 6. I say Beeger. And this is the Hasegawa, and this is the only reason why I wanted it, because it is Beeger. And we're going to stick it back there. It's technically going to be a Star Trek kit. I don't care what it says. It says Hasegawa science on it, you know, all that. It's not. It is Beeger. So we are going to add that, and it's one of those kits that if I didn't buy it, I wouldn't get it. And I could have ordered it several times, and I never did do it. And then they had it at the hobby store, and I just went ahead and put it on layaway and paid it off. And anyway, that's just an odd kit, especially you know, and it is Star Trek-ish. So Voyager 6, that's what we're going to call it, but we're really going to call it Beeger. But anyway, that adding Beeger to the Ark. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Hopefully I get some more in here so we can talk. We got to talk Star Wars, Slave One, Return of the Jedi. I got a few things I'd like to say about that. And but anyway, that's what I got going on today, ladies and gentlemen. Adding Beeger, adding new Toy Factory, and adding a place of honor for the assistant. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.